Show intellectual vitality to get into Stanford. You're applying to Stanford, either undergrad or Stanford GSB, and you love to go to that program, but you're worried about that intellectual vitality criterion that Stanford has. Let's explore what intellectual vitality is and how you can show it in your application. Getting into Stanford is tough. It is one of the most prestigious universities in the world, and it's also, naturally, one of the hardest to get into. It's particularly difficult to show this intellectual vitality that Stanford requires both on the undergraduate and for its graduate business school, because it's somewhat of an enigmatic quality. It's easy to say, oh, you have to have this or this GPA or this test score, but intellectual vitality is really more than just GPA and test score or a transcript. We here at Accepted understand how difficult it is to get into Stanford, whether it's the GSB or the undergraduate program. We've been helping applicants get into both for over 20 years, and I'd like to share with you some feedback that we've gotten from an accepted Stanford applicant. I got an accept from Stanford last night. Even as I wonder which one I want more between Stanford and Wharton, this is a dream come true. I'm not a great writer, and so I'll keep this short for fear of ruining it. Thank you. I don't have any new words to express the gratitude that is filling my heart. I hope your other candidates find wings to their dreams. To help you find wings to your dreams, let's dive into the whole topic of intellectual vitality. 5 steps for showing intellectual vitality. Number 1, just write down times when you have been curious about a particular topic, research that topic, and then learn some lesson and acted upon that lesson. Write down those times. Just take some notes. No essays, no resumes, no CVs, nothing that formal. Just take some notes for yourself. When have you been curious about a topic, researched it, and then acted in some way based on the research that you did? Started a new club, took up a new hobby, took some classes because you suddenly got interested in a topic, started some initiative, perhaps started a business, whatever it is, write those incidents down and then choose 1 or 2 to focus on in your essay. For the others, make sure or try as best you can, if appropriate, to include them in your resume or your activity history or your job history. 4, ask your recommenders if they too can write about your intellectual vitality, but instead of using the term, perhaps provide them with examples when they would have observed intellectual vitality in you, and they can include that in their recommendation. And 5, before you interview, review these notes again so that you're going to be prepared to tell these stories during your interview. Now, that's the overview. For more information, I gave a whole webinar just on getting accepted to Stanford GSB. That's accepted.com/GSB webinar. 2, sign up, view the webinar, show the intellectual vitality as well as the other qualities in your application so that you can get accepted to Stanford.